What's your Tyler's back in with the retro reviews here on Tyler's Retro Reviews as a new introduction for now. And let's kick off 2025 with WCW Souled Out 2000. 2 weeks ago I did Starrcade 1999, so for, some of the fallouts from that show, yeah. You guys obviously know what the January reviews will be this month. This is what you're watching right now. Next week's review will be TNA Final Resolution 2005, spoilers. Then some Royal Rumbles, 1993, 1998, and 2000, which you can tell what the WrestleManias are going to be also. Yeah, you all obviously know what the WrestleManias are going to be. However, this show is really one of the most cursed WCW pay-per-views ever. And this took place on January 16th at the Star Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. This had 12 matches. Yes, 12 matches. And 3 of them are championship matches and the other is for a commissionership. But before I talk about what's going on with the whole thing, this whole thing was chaotic as hell. The card had to be restructured because of everything. So the original scheduled card was heavily changed due to the entries of Bret Hart and Jeff Jarrett. So on the December 20th, 1999, December 20th Nitro, the night after Starrcade, due to a controversial finish in the main event between Bret Hart and Goldberg at Starrcade, you obviously know the fucking kick. Bret has to fucking let that fucking go 26 years later. Where Bret Hart defeated Goldberg to win back the WCW title with the help of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, as well as Jeter to reform the fucking NWO. Like I said before, the band is back together, and this whole thing is cursed. And then we don't know the follow-up from this, the thunder after this. Goldberg was hunting down NWO 2000. Bret ran away. Goldberg. The original plan was to continue the Goldberg-Bret Hart feud going into Souled Out. But the fucking limo incident happened, where Goldberg smashed his arm through real fucking glass. And as a result of that, he was on the shelf, and Sid Vicious was Goldberg's replacement. And then Terry Funk became the new commissioner. So there's basically that. And then it was supposed to be Bret. The second plan was Bret Hart versus Sid for the WCW title with Arn Anderson as the referee. The special guest referee, that is. But Bret Hart could not compete due to that concussion he suffered at Starrcade. And he was forced to vacate the title. And then Chirs was scheduled to face Chris Benoit in a triple threat theater, which is basically a 3 stages of hell match. Where it's supposed to be a dungeon rules, a bunkhouse brawl, and a cage heat match. Which is WCW's version of a Hell in a Cell, spoilers. But Jeff Jarrett got concussed because of it. Where he wrestled 3 separate matches on the Go Home Nitro before this. I didn't really watch all this program going into it, but I honestly know what's gonna happen. All of it. He was fighting these WCW Vanguard quotation marks like George the Animal Steel, Tito Santana, who has a Legends contract now with WWE, and Jimmy Snuka. That third one got Jeff Jarrett a concussion, and he's out of the pay-per-view as well. So, now we got another curse situation here, a really bad situation here, because Bret Hart and Jeff Jarrett are out of the pay-per-view. And now, Benoit is fighting Sid Vicious for the vacated WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And Vince Russo's idea to have Tank Abbott be the WCW champion, that got some controversy, and Vince Russo will be back until April 10th on Nitro. The staying April 10th Nitro was the Go Home Nitro to Spring Stampede 2000. Which I did that last year, by the way. So Kevin Sullivan is now in control, and that does not shook well with any of the people working in WCW. That includes Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, and Perry Saturn, which those are the ones left after this pay-per-view. It's been 7 minutes. I haven't talked about the whole fucking show yet, but let's talk about Souled Out 2000. So the Triple Threat Theater was still going to be a thing, but instead of Benoit versus Jarrett in 3 separate matches, Billy Kidman has to fight 3 members of the Revolution. That's Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, and a mystery opponent. So we get the first one, the Catch as Catch Can match between Billy Kidman defeating Dean Malenko. You would think this would be a good match. However, a Catch as Catch Can match is you can't leave the ring. Dean Malenko I think he's did this on purpose. He forgets the rules and left the ring. And yeah, I can't grade this. Because there. I believe it was Dean Malenko's last match in WCW, by the way. Yeah. Oh, God. What I got myself into. But again, I can survive these WCW pay-per-views in their worst time periods. And then we get a handicap match. Vampiro defeats David Flair and Crowbar. Yes, they were the WCW Tag Team Champions around this time. In fact, they won the titles in that Lethal Lottery tournament on the first Nitro almost 25 years later. Jesus Christ. This was what it was. For some reason, Vampiro was in a shouting contest with Masahiro Chono. Which, what the fuck was that? Yeah, it was what it was. A 3 out of 10, I'll give it. It was... They tried to pad more time, and... Because that last match went on not that long. Next up, the Monolux defeats the Harris Brothers, formerly Creative Control. And yeah, this match was just bad. It sucked, and I had to fucking endure Disco Inferno. Fuck Disco Inferno. He had to be forced to join the Monolux, or else he'll be killed in storyline. 1 out of 10, I'll give it. And now we get the match. Fucking hell, this. For the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Remember 2 weeks ago I said at Starrcade the bell was in a bad predicament? Well, Souled Out 2000 should have been the end of the Cruiserweight division. I'm sorry. Oklahoma defeats Medusa to win the Cruiserweight Championship. If you know who Oklahoma is, it's Ed Ferrara. Vince Russo's like pal, basically. This, you might have just thrown in the trash like the television title was. 0 out of 10. This was terrible. Fucking terrible. Then we had for the hard way, as they called it, for the WCW Hardcore Championship. Brian Knobbs, who won the Hardcore Championship on the Go Home Thunder before this, defeats Finlay, Norman Smiley, and Meng to retain the Hardcore Championship. This was a fine Hardcore title match. It's more because Norman Smiley was entertaining throughout it. Yeah. It was okay. I get a 5 out of 10. It was pretty entertaining for Norman Smiley in it. Next up is a bunkhouse brawl match, which is, a no-holds-bar match. Some Falls Count Anywhere match, something like that. Billy Kidman defeats Perry Saturn. This was a solid bunkhouse brawl match. And as I said before, the theme lingo, this is Perry Saturn's last match in WCW. If you know, you know. I give it a 6 out of 10. And Billy Kidman won another match. Next up, we have Booker T defeating Stevie Ray by disqualification. By the way, if you saw last night's showdown, Booker T and Stevie Ray hardly won the tag titles. I know, action figures. This match, Harley was employing. They were teasing it by Starrcade, and it was over by this point. Stevie Ray did a video from their hometown of Harlem, New York, and then Stevie Ray was getting interviewed backstage, which, that's kind of weird. Weird seeing Booker T in a weird looking gear. I mean, this was it was an alright match until the debut of Ahmed Johnson, who is now Big T, causes a fucking DQ. 4 out of 10, and the more stupid part about it is, Ahmed wants to call Midnight a piece of shit, but he calls her a piece of fish. He said, "You turn back on family for a piece of fish." He was supposed to be a piece of shit, but whatever. Then we get a shoe fight. Tank Out defeats Jerry Flynn. I'm not going to full details because it sucks. Tank Out sucks. 0. And that's all I have to say about it. Then we get a last minute standing match between Buff Bagwell and Diamond Dallas Page. This was a solid last minute standing match. Buff Bagwell did defeat Diamond Dallas Page in this match. Although it doesn't make, it's so weird. DP, is he a face or a heel? But it doesn't matter anyways, because this whole thing ended the night after on Nitro where DP guys went back from this match. They said, I forgot what, I don't know. But yeah. Solid. I get a 6.5 out of 10. And then we get the last portion of the Triple Threat Theater, Cage Heat, which is a Hell in a Cell match. In WCW words, because you can't say Hell in a Cell because it's copyright infringement. Billy Kidman went through Dean Malenko, sort of, because he forgot the damn rules, and Perry Saturn, and now Shane Douglas comes out to introduce his last opponent as, that's the Wall, brother! And the Wall defeats Billy Kidman. Yeah. Enough said. 3 out of 10, I'll give it. And now we get to the semi-main event, a hardcore match for the commissionership of WCW, by the way. And there's also a stipulation: if Terry Funk wins, the NWO must disband. Well, Kevin Nash defeated Terry Funk in this hardcore match, and he's the new WCW commissioner. Terry Funk was the fucking commissioner for 2 fucking weeks! WCW, what the fuck were you all thinking with this? Kevin Nash is the new commissioner. And this is all when the NWO first started. They wanted power in WCW, and they got power in WCW. Yes, this was just Terry Funk getting his ass kicked by Kevin Nash, really. And, yeah, it was pretty entertaining for that, but this was mostly just Kevin Nash being the shit out of Terry Funk. And, yeah. 4 out of 10, I'll give it. All hail your new commissioner. And finally, we get the main event. 11 matches down, 1 more match to go. It's main event time. For the vacated WCW World Heavyweight Championship, with Arn Anderson as the special guest referee. Chris Benoit defeats Sid Vicious by submission, quotation marks, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen at the end, to win the vacated WCW World Heavyweight Championship. This was the best fucking match on this fucking show. Pretty good match between these two. It's, you know, it's kind of looking at this now, both in the match. Arn Anderson's not a competitor in the match, he's just a ref. Both of them are no longer with us. Sid was racing, Benoit was from something. It was a good Dan versus Goliath, face versus face match, by the way, for this cursed main event. Let's just be fair here. And the ending comes. Sid chokeslams Benoit. He covers him. His foot was underneath the rope, so it counts as a rope break. Sid was going to pick Benoit back up. Benoit reverses and puts him in the crippler crossface. Sid immediately taps. However, Sid's foot was underneath the bottom rope as well. But Anderson couldn't see it. So Benoit wins and he's the new WCW champion. Or so we thought. But we'll hold on that. At least they gave somebody who worked his ass off in the Nitro era WCW a chance to shine. Benoit. Unfortunately, it was too little, too late. I give it a 7 out of 10. This was the best fucking match on this show. Benoit got an interview by Mean Gene Okerlund. Arn Anderson congratulate him, and then Kevin Nash, tells him he's gonna make his life a living hell. And he apologized for putting a little turd in the punch bowl. And Benoit says, from the little turd to the big turd, best of luck. And you're thinking Benoit's going to be a fighting WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Did I say at the beginning of this? Him, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, and Dean Malenko left? Yeah. The following night on Nitro, Chris Benoit kayfabe strip of the WCW Championship after Anderson demanded that Sid Vicious' foot was underneath the ropes when Benoit performed the submission. In reality, however, Benoit left for the WWF and relinquished the title due to a management dispute. Oh, God! That was Souled Out 2000. It was a fucking disaster. Cursed this show was. Also, Benoit's title at WrestleMania 20, it was not. This is a 3.9 out of 10. A 3.9 out of 10. This gets. And the best match and the worst match of Souled Out 2000. I'll give the best match, even though it was for nothing for Benoit to do. The best match on the show goes to Chris Benoit versus Sid Vicious for the vacated WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And I give the worst match for pissing on the championship for WCW did to Oklahoma versus Medusa for the Cruiserweight Championship. Yeah. So next week is TNA Final Resolution 2005. At least the good one to watch, at least. That's next week. Tomorrow, it'll be a live review of SmackDown. I'll do a live review of that. And on Saturday will be the Wrestling Dumpster Fires on Randy Savage's 1999. I chose to do his 1999. There. What a fucking bad show. But those will be on my main channel, by the way. Subscribe to the notification bell on there. So, like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, and click the notification bell. And I'll see you next week for TNA Final Resolution 2005. And there. Bye-bye.